Hello and welcome to the Autism and Care channel, a space thoughtfully created to support families, caregivers, and professionals who live alongside autism every day. Here, you'll find evidence-based information presented in a clear, compassionate, and human-centered way. In today's video, we're going to talk about a sensitive but deeply important topic: how to help an autistic child cope with loss and grief. This is a moment that calls for patience, empathy, and understanding. Whether you're currently facing this situation or want to be prepared to support someone, this content is for you. Loss affects all of us. It disrupts routines, stirs intense emotions, and confronts us with absence. For autistic children, this process can be even more challenging, involving sudden changes and abstract concepts that aren't always easy to grasp. That's why it's so important for parents, relatives, and professionals to be ready to offer both emotional and practical support. If you appreciate content that approaches autism with empathy and responsibility, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. Understanding grief in autistic children. Loss is painful for anyone, but for children on the autism spectrum, it can be especially complex. Here's why. Many autistic children struggle to understand abstract concepts like death, endings, or permanent absence. They often rely on routines and predictability to feel safe, and loss can disrupt that stability. Emotional expression may look different. Instead of crying or verbalizing sadness, a child might withdraw, become irritable, regress, or experience sensory overload. It's important to remember that grief doesn't follow a single path. Every child experiences it in their own way, and recognizing that is the first step toward offering meaningful support. Grief can also be non-linear. A child may seem fine one moment and show signs of distress the next. That doesn't mean they've moved on or aren't feeling anything. It simply means they're processing the loss in their own time. Another key point: some children may struggle to name or identify their emotions. They might feel sadness, fear, or confusion but not know how to express it. That's why adults need to stay attuned to nonverbal cues and offer consistent emotional support. Have you been through something similar or have questions about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience could help other families. Talking about loss with clarity and simplicity. How we talk about death with an autistic child can deeply affect how they understand and respond to it. Here are some helpful tips. Avoid metaphors like went to sleep forever, went to heaven, or became a star. These can cause confusion, fear, or literal interpretations. Use clear, concrete language, such as, "Grandma died. That means she won't be coming back. We miss her." Speak calmly, gently, and respectfully. The child needs to feel safe asking questions and expressing feelings. Be ready to repeat the explanation multiple times. Understanding takes time, and repetition helps reinforce clarity. Answer questions honestly, adjusting the level of detail to the child's age and developmental profile. If they ask, "Why do people die?" you might say, "Because their bodies stop working." That happens to all living things. Avoid hiding the truth or inventing stories that might confuse the child further. Clarity, paired with compassion, is a powerful way to help them make sense of loss. If this content is helping you, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit too. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're always updated. The importance of routine and emotional support. During grief, maintaining a child's routine is essential. It helps reduce anxiety and feelings of disorientation. Create a predictable environment that feels safe. Support emotional expression, since the child isn't overwhelmed by too many changes at once. Routine acts as a safe harbor. Even if the child is sad or confused, knowing that daily activities continue can bring comfort. Also, pay attention to nonverbal ways the child might communicate their feelings. Silence or withdrawal. changes in sleep or eating habits, drawings, symbolic play, or repetitive behaviors, regression, such as wanting to be held more often, using baby talk, or returning to earlier habits like bedwetting. Offer a safe space without pressure, where the child feels free to be themselves and experience grief in their own way. Avoid phrases like, "you need to be strong," or "it's time to move on," which can suppress important emotions. Know someone going through this? Send them this video as a gesture of support. And if you haven't subscribed yet, join our community today. Using visual tools to support understanding. Visual tools can be incredibly helpful. Many autistic children process the world visually, and that can be a strength in navigating grief. Here are some ideas. Show photos of the person who passed away and talk about shared memories. Create a memory album with the child, including drawings, objects, or phrases that represent the relationship. Use children's books that address death in a gentle, accessible way. Encourage the child to express their feelings through art, painting, collage, modeling clay, or role play. These tools make the concept of loss more tangible and give the child a creative outlet to process emotions. They also help preserve the memory of the loved one, which can be comforting. Did you find these suggestions helpful? Let us know in the comments if you've used visual tools with your child and how it went. Respecting each child's unique grieving process. Grief has no timeline. Some children react right away, while others show signs weeks or even months later. What matters is, don't force conversations or emotional responses. Be present, even in silence. Validate the child's feelings, even if they're not expressed verbally. Offer steady support without pushing for answers or expected behaviors. Every child has their own rhythm for understanding and experiencing grief. Just because they seem unaffected doesn't mean they aren't processing the loss. Respecting their pace and individuality is one of the most meaningful ways to show care. If this video resonates with you, give it a thumbs up and share in the comments how you support your child through tough moments. The role of family and support networks. Supporting a grieving child is a collective effort. That means aligning communication between family, school, therapists, and other caregivers. Sharing insights about how the child is coping and what strategies are working. Seeking professional help from psychologists or occupational therapists who specialize in autism and grief. Joining support groups to exchange experiences with other families who faced similar situations. A strong care network is essential for helping the child feel understood and supported. When everyone is on the same page, the support becomes more consistent, empathetic, and effective. Tag someone in your support network and share this video with anyone who might benefit from these insights. Grief is a profound challenge, especially when it involves autistic children. But with patience, clear communication, empathy, and lots of love, it's possible to guide them through this moment with greater comfort and security. If this video was helpful to you, please like, share, and subscribe to the Autism and Care channel. We're here to offer content that helps families and caregivers better understand and support children on the spectrum. Your story could be a source of comfort and guidance for others. Leave a comment below and let's build a community rooted in empathy, knowledge, and care. See you in the next video, with more compassion, connection, and support.